Welcome back to our channel, Fly the Atlas. Today we will talk about the top 10 best places to visit in Croatia. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, a history buff, or simply curious about other cultures, you're sure to find what you're looking for in Croatia. Croatia is one of the world's hidden gems, boasting some of the most stunning natural attractions, historic sites, and alluring scenic locations. While there's never a bad time to visit any interesting location, the best times to explore Croatia's attractions are during the months of September, October, May, and June. These months combine the best elements of enjoyable travel, as the weather is still nice and warm while the tourist season has peaked, meaning that the beaches will be less crowded and the restaurants will be cheaper. In this video, we'll be taking a dive into the Balkan nation, highlighting the top 10 best places to visit in Croatia. Number 10. Krka National Park. Krka National Park is one of Croatia's most fascinating attractions, featuring historic water mills, Roman-era ruins, exquisite monasteries, and the grandiose river Krka, which is at the heart of the park's appeal. Visitors here can enjoy strolls along the numerous boardwalks crisscrossing the park, cool off with a dip in one of the many pools or lakes, or enjoy the sight of the swarms of fish that populate the emerald waters of the river. The river makes its way majestically through canyons, develops into the broad lakes, and goes on to cascade over multiple falls and rapids. Number 9. Split. If you're looking for a glimpse into the past, then Split is the perfect destination for you. The region is famous for its rich Roman history, demonstrated best in its maze-like Old Town district, which features a vast array of restaurants, shops, and bars. Explore the enchanting alleyways and side streets that are sure to surprise you at every turn with new delights and old attractions. The jewel in Split's impressive crown is Diocletian's Palace, which is one of the most well-preserved and imposing Roman remains in the world today. After taking in its well-defined dimensions, you can put a fitting end to the day with a pleasant drink in one of the many inviting bars and restaurants that line the palm-fringed river right on the water's edge. Number 8. Zagorje. Step back in time with a visit to the picture-perfect medieval castles dotting the landscape of Zagorje. Explore the intriguing Trakoskan Castle, which was built back in the neo-Gothic style of 1334. Even though the castle received an external renovation to bring it into the 19th century, its internal architecture remains true to its original design. History buffs will have the time of their lives here as they learn about the often sordid history of the Croatian aristocratic classes of times past. You can also choose to roam about the castle's 215 acres of well-preserved grounds, which have been embellished with exotic trees, an artificial lake, and various eye-catching varieties of plants and flowers to give it an alluring English garden-style aesthetic. Suppose that doesn't satisfy your hankering for historical architecture? In that case, you can round off your visit with a trip further west to Veliki Tabor, a hilltop castle featuring turrets, pentagonal towers, charismatic interiors, and enchanting grounds. Number 7. Vis Island. Even though this is one of the most remote of Croatia's main islands, Vis Island has a pride of place among its most enchanting. This island features 2 alluring towns that add a touch of historical interest to the island's northern and western coasts. The eastern and southern coasts are dotted with some of Croatia's most delightful coves, some of them sandy and some of them pebbly, but all entirely unmissable. You'll get a real taste of traditional Croatian coastal life as you meander through the local fishing villages and farms. Number 6. Istria. Foodies aren't left out of the picture as far as Croatia is concerned. Istria ranks first among the unmissable destinations in Croatia, with vast arrays of delectable offerings such as truffles, wild asparagus, seafood, and indigenous species of the ox. You'll find award-winning olive oils and wines produced locally, and you can take all this in at any one of the multiple family taverns, seaside restaurants, and farmhouses. If you're looking for the Epicurean lifestyle, then Istria should be at the very top of your bucket list. Number 5. Zagreb. No conversation about Croatian tourism would be complete without mentioning Zagreb. Zagreb is Croatia's most vibrant city, innervated by a plethora of high-energy attractions, including pop-up markets, food stalls, pubs, cafes, and more. The streets of Zagreb are in a constant state of activity, brought to life by the year-round events and concerts held here. This is a town perfect for strolling, but before we make our way down the streets of Zagreb, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can catch all of our latest content. Number 4. Mljet. Mesmerizing Mljet is an idyllic island covered in a dense cloak of pine forest. In Greek mythology, this is the island on which Odysseus is said to have been marooned. Looking at the island, it's little wonder why he didn't seem to be in too much of a hurry to leave it. Because of its stunning landscape and natural beauty, the western half of the island is designated as a national park. Here, visitors will find an island monastery, 2 cobalt-colored lakes, and the pretty port town of Pomena, which is the most picture-perfect port town you'll find anywhere in the world. Eastern Mljet isn't to be ignored either, as it hosts brilliant beaches, exquisite eateries, and utterly tranquil little bays. Number 3. Hvar Town. Ask anyone in Croatia where the party is, and the answer you'll get 9 out of 10 times is Hvar Town. This is a classic party town where everyone from the yachting class to your average backpackers congregates to make merry by the azure waters of this coastal haven. There's plenty on offer for those coming in with full pockets by way of high-end retail outlets, world-class restaurants, and glitzy cocktail bars. Most of the action in Hvar Town, however, is found to be in the innumerable dance bars strewn around the town, where the dancing goes on all through the days and nights. It's a great place to let loose and leave the stresses of modern-day life behind. Number 2. Plitvice Lakes National Park. In terms of sheer natural beauty, very few places in Croatia or otherwise can match up to the awe-inspiring sights and sounds held in Plitvice Lakes National Park. The park features dozens of lakes ranging in size from the Coast Jack, which is 2.5 miles long, to middling ponds and pools. What makes these waterways so incredible is the dazzling colors they hold because of the underlying bedrock. The contrast between these sparkling pools and the lush greenery spanning the spaces between the water bodies results in a wondrous explosion of natural beauty that is sure to make a lasting impression on everyone that beholds it. The boardwalks traversing the park make it as easy as pie to make your way around the watery wonderland, while hiking trails make it possible to get closer to the natural wonders of the park if you wish to. Number 1. Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is commonly referred to as the Pearl of the Adriatic Sea, and there are plenty of good reasons behind the moniker. This old city, located on Croatia's southern tip, was established in the 7th century on the economic foundation of a booming maritime trade. Despite facing the constant threat of attack from the Ottoman Empire and Venice, the city thrived throughout the Middle Ages as a center of art, science, education, and literature. Viewed from up above, the beauty of Dubrovnik is undeniable. The contrast between the orange rooftops and the stunning blue of the surrounding sea is an unforgettable sight. Even so, there's plenty more to entice and excite once you get on the ground. This walled city was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site owing to its rich historical wealth, and has survived as a place of interest to this day despite the constant shelling its walls took during Croatia's homeland war during the 1990s. Dubrovnik is famous for its exquisite Baroque churches, extraordinary medieval monasteries, handsome squares, and exhilarating residential quarters. For the sheer density of eye-catching attractions, few places on Earth rival Dubrovnik. You can get a better sense of the city's proportions by taking a cable car up to Srd, which serves as the city's backdrop. Whatever your travel itinerary is, any visit to Croatia should include time spent in Dubrovnik, as it is truly a one-in-a-million location. Croatia can be your next dream destination, whether you're simply taking a break from your daily grind, planning a destination wedding, or are simply out to explore new interesting locations around the world. Seen anywhere you might like to visit? Do you agree that Dubrovnik is Croatia's most impressive tourism destination? Let us know in the comments what your favorite Croatian destination is, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.